Hey folks, this is Ray Kober. If you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button below. That'll help us get better guests and make the show better for you. So once again, click that subscribe button, join us for this journey, and together, let's make healthcare better for everyone.
Get ready to take control of your healthcare. Here's your host, Ray Kober.
When I teach the C-suite or the executive how to meditate, and with the certification and all that, I always remember that this is I truly believe in that. I am invested in heart and soul, and also I feel like I had to reinvent how to move it into the healthcare industry, especially when leaders care about the lowering cost of care, the quality of care, and the way we deliver it. And reducing cost and delivering these checks that Nelson is talking about,
Right,
for the system that it's now available, and it's amazing. Also the captive, I really love captive.
So I want you to unpack, you said it was a certain type of meditation, and what did you call it?
Yes, so it's called primordial sounds meditation. There are 108 mantras, and we are not supposed to share our mantras. So you and I can have the same mantra, but we're not supposed to.
You're
share.
not supposed to speak it,
but yeah,
right?
and say it.
And why is that exactly?
Because it's sacred.
It's sacred.
There is a level of sacredness, and I think that's really comes with the territory. And
but if you lead a group session, then you say a mantra.
I lead the group session. Let's say there's 20 people or even more. And then each and every person I lead into ceremony, a half an hour ceremony, one-on-one,
Right,
for the actual gifting of the mantra.
Mm.
And the mantras, the primordial sounds meditation mantras, based on the time of your birth, the date of your birth, and the place of your birth. So it takes you back to the first moment of inception, like with the first breath.
Oh, wow.
And that's where we want to do. We want to bring ourselves back, because this specific breath that we took when we just first came out of the womb, that was whole. It was whole. It was complete.
Right.
It was no condition, and we want to remind ourselves
Yeah.
deeper and deeper that this is the possibilities. And listen, this morning I was talking about karma, and because Tuesday, and this is also based on a book by Deepak Chopra, is the 7 Spiritual Law of Success, which is also go to the Bhagavad Gita. I'm always having a hard time. And all the philosophy of the medicine, it's always talking about how can we go back to the wholeness, and basically that's what we're trying to do. And it's very simple. I think that people are using it now. People talk about mindfulness, and but when I come as the mindful officer for companies and organization, I keep it simple. I make sure people just understand that we want to lead by example.
Yeah.
We want to lead in a way that we want to make sure that people are like spending time, a few minutes.
Yeah.
Few minutes. It doesn't take.
So this may be a risk. Is it possible for you to lead the audience right now in a 1-2 minute meditation?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So why don't we do that?
Yeah.
And this is a little unusual. It's a podcast. Listen, if people want to skip ahead, they could skip ahead. If you're driving, please be safe. You might want to pull over for this.
For sure.
But
yeah.
she's wonderful, and
Yeah.
I think it would be a great gift to our audience.
Absolutely.
Lead us in a brief
All right.
meditation.
Okay. So wherever you are, I suggest we all close our eyes. So let's close our eyes. Let's sit comfortably and feet on the ground. There's no specific position. So we're not attached to any position, possession, or any kind of specific way of being and doing. It just let go. Let go of your day. Just relax your feet. Relax your knees. Relax your hips, your shoulders, your head. Just be relaxed. Feel the peace in your body, peace in my soul, peace everywhere. And let's take 3 breaths together. Huge breath. Inhale and exhale for the body. And then another inhale and exhale for the mind. And then the third one, inhale and exhale for the spirit. And just smile. Feel the love. Feel the connection. Continue inhale and exhale. And let's mentally ask ourselves, repeat to yourself, who am I? Who am I? And who am I is not a possession or position. Who am I is infinite possibilities. Who am I? As I explained earlier, the 7 spiritual law of success we practice Tuesday is the day of karma. And karma is our past actions that lead us to where we are today. And we are, most of the time, doing it mechanically without even thinking that we can change and move into a different path. So breathing is one of it. And we are a very shallow breather. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Then we move into mentally asking ourselves, who am I? Who am I? Who am I really? And who am I can change, can be different every day. Who am I? Who am I? Don't be attached to any answer, just let go. And then move into the third question and mentally ask ourselves, how can I serve? What can I do? What is my purpose? What is my purpose? What is my dharma, which the next 10 years will be about? Who are we showing up? How are we showing up to each other? Who is me that's showing up? And what is the purpose? And let go of that question. And the last one will be, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Mentally ask yourself, what am I grateful for? Every day, every day. And the list can be long: my health, my well-being, my community, my significant others, the community at work, my employees, Ascend, which is now happening, which is really amazing. What am I grateful for? I am actually grateful for Ascend and Nelson of the work he was doing for 10 years. I'm very happy to be here, celebrate the 10 years. And then we move back into our bodies, and then let's meet in the heart. Maybe we can imagine the color green, spine is straight. When we straighten our spine, we are open our heart. It's easier for us to accept and also to give. And then mentally repeat to yourself, loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. And just let go and know that love can heal. And if we spend time every day, a few minutes, going back to stillness, quiet space, breathing, we are implementing perfect health and healing. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and feel the difference.
Wow. That was amazing. I came in on not the red eye. I'm going home on the red eye, but I didn't get to bed last night until probably 2:30 New York time. And so I'm running on fumes, and that little bit, that little session made a difference. I feel better already.
I know.
It's amazing.
I know.
So this is really what you're passionate about, and you do it so well. And truly, like, if you give it an opportunity, it's like anything in life. If you discount it and you're mentally checked out before you begin the meditation, then why even waste your time? Don't do it. But if you're open to it and you're open to doing something a little different and you really put your mind in it, it's amazing. And I guess there's a reason why you bribed your children with doing 4 yoga sessions and meditation. It really does make a difference in your life. How has it changed you?
So, first of all, it's very hard to say or influence someone to meditate unless you do it yourself.
Yeah.
So you have to show up, and this is not an intelligent practice, and it's not a destination.
Yeah.
So it's a journey, and you don't judge it. You just you show up, and just make sure it's a discipline.
Yeah.
We have to put it on our schedule. Now, also, I think that what it did for me, it increased my focus. It increased my happiness. Happiness is not something we can buy.
Yeah.
We can buy medicine, maybe.
Sure.
We can buy a lot of things in life. But happiness, it's really something that
It's a state of
happiness, positivity, the actual act of kindness, compassion, it's opened my heart, even way more than I ever.
Yeah.
Before I never had the condition that I need. People start meditating. I get people reach out to me when they are reaching like the bottom of health and just either a loss or a health situation,
Right.
or chronic disease, because it shows. There is science now that shows that it can lower the blood pressure. It can lower, the everything.
Sure.
Diabetes. It's not a solution, end of solution, but it helps. Not only that, I think if we are going to put stations in a surgery room, in the waiting room for the surgeries, or emergency room, and we put guided meditation. Now that we have AI, it's no brainer.
Sure.
And then we can teach the healthcare industry more and more, and that's what I'm doing. And now thank God, the last few years I have brands that join me and actually helping me, because you need to have the budget for that.
Sure.
So when I do the branding and helping companies brand into the healthcare industry, that's something that they actually see as value.
Yeah.
And bringing it to the consciousness of people when most of us are unconscious.
Amazing. So yeah, you're really focused on health care as opposed to sick care, right? It's about having these disciplines that you make a part of your life so that you live a healthier life mentally and physically. And what would the end result of that be? It's pretty logical, right? The end result of that should be less of a need to lean on the healthcare system for medication and interventions that only kind of treat a symptom but don't treat the root cause of the problem.
Exactly, but we also need to move the responsibility from the insurance carriers, or either from the employers, to us.
So talk to me a little bit about that, because Naama's an incredible entrepreneur, and I know that you're involved in many, many different things. But if you had to break it down simply for the audience in terms of what are your businesses, what are they?
So I have Paz Holding, and Paz Holding is the corporation. and it's overseeing all the rest of the divisions.
Right.
So this is basically embedded everything else. So under Paz Holding, you have Right Plan, which is the right plan for your coverage.
Right as in
for the
RIGHT, right
yeah,
plan.
Exactly.
Okay,
You know,
that's pretty simple.
I know, it's rightplan.com.
Right plan for you.
I mean, it's a right plan. Yeah. What's
Right.
the right plan?
Right.
And it's actually a division that were born from A Plus Insurance. So
Okay.
A Plus Insurance was the more of the traditional health insurance agencies
Yeah.
with all the individual. We are also storefront for Covered California, so we offering that private insurance, Medicare, and benefits for employers traditionally. And then Right Plan is more of what is the bigger picture? What's the overseeing of the healthcare industry? Moving the conversation about the self-funded, how can we move the fully insured for the self-insured? I mean, how are we going to bring the conversation about the PBM, the primary care, direct care?
Right.
I mean, the solution that will engage employees to actually take care of themselves and move the oxygen and breathe and do the work they can do. Because if you are doing the work, and it's easier said than done,
Right.
but I think that we find ways to, and that's why you need to bring the live conversation and remind everybody mindfully that they need to move to the present. Most of our stress comes from living in the past or living in the future.
Right.
We are not human being living in the present moment.
Especially with all of our devices and connectivity.
Right.
We're somewhere else.
So hard.
Yeah.
So if we're not going to take action towards that, it's going to be a problem. So that Right Plan is moving the industry into the conversation, into finding solution, into bringing the captive of the world and the conversation of how can we reduce cost of care, what's the solution the employers can have, and individual as well, because for me, in my world, it should be self-funded solution for individual as well. If I want to self-fund myself and I can buy a stop loss, we should have a pool of risk for people who would like to form it, and that's why I love the blockchain, by the way.
All right, that's a wrap. Hit like, follow, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.